Actually, no, I got this to work for once. Great Gugga Mugga. Alright, I'm gonna leave all that there. Sending out the invitations. And then, yeah, hopefully YouTube works for once, because it has been a pain in the rectum recently. In fact, let me go to the YouTube super quick, boys and girls, and just make sure that there is something actually streaming on there right now. Just says live now. I can live with that. I can see my ugly face in there though, so I don't know how I feel as much about that. Let's just go to edit, change it so that people can see we're actually AR35 Genshin Impact live stream. What day is it? What year is it? Jumanji? Dahooch, what's going on, buddy? I saw your question there earlier on the Discord. I haven't had a chance to get back to Baldur's Gate as yet. Dante J, how are you, man? Welcome to the stream. Gameplay. Alright, sorry. Just making sure the stream works. It's been a little while. Scooter, what's going on, buddy? But, you know, I really want to get to Baldur's Gate. How are you finding Baldur's Gate 3 so far, my hooch man? Alright, now give me an idea about gameplay, volume and everything, guys. This new setup, I've got my TV above where I've been playing on my PlayStation. So I've got all of my text chat with you guys right now. And then I got the game down here. So let me know. Came for the Discord? Most excellent, my man. It is a pleasure to have you here. Alright, where am I going to go today? Feels like I have many choices. Alright. What was I farming earlier today? I think it was talents for her. Sounds good so far, says Hooch. Okay. Hey, Supervillain Ben, how are you? I'm really enjoying Genshin, man. I'm at very much in the end game grind now, though, so it does slow right down. There's big gaps in between. You're like, let's say 27 to 30, and then also from 35 and above, let's say. Okay, so we can grind some of those out. So we can at least get one more set of abilities through for the day. So let's run a couple of these to get enough. But no, Genshin Impact is a hell of a lot of fun, man. It's like, you know, Breath of the Wild, the MMO, meets gacha game, meets, you know, anime beats. It's all good shit, right? I'm really enjoying it. Have you been playing much Supervillain? Oh, yeah, we'll do the hard one. I think I should be fine. I should probably bring Barbara just as a backup in case I get too busy chatting to you guys, huh? But yeah, it's amazing how this game sort of came out of nowhere and just dominates now. Like, it's just every man and his dog is playing this game. I dig it. And it's just so accessible. Like the fact you're playing it on mobile phone, you're playing it on PC, console. Obviously, I feel a little bit bad for the Sony boys getting screwed again with that crossplay. Sucks to be you guys. Well, I say sucks to be me as well, because obviously I've got the PS5 on that pre-order, son. Alright, let's go smash some of these. Now, there has been a graphics setting that I have accidentally changed somewhere here today, because this game is looking even better than it normally does, and that's saying something, because it normally looks amazing. Alright, so you're on the AR17. Nice, man. Okay, we're just going to hit some normal swings on this, not the fire swings. Let's go Barbara, just to get some of this out there, and then shift back to our Keishing. I'm gonna miss this timer if I don't pull my finger out of my ass. I wish it was crossplay with PS4. Me too, Dante. It's a bit of a bummer, actually. Like, because everything else they nailed, but obviously it's not MiHoYo's fault. It's all about Sony, man, with their whole, we don't want to play with the other kids at school. Those guys are dicks. Alright, come here. Alright, let's get some water on you for a vaporized combo. Let's do it again and then go for one of those. Get that shield down, then I can rip out with our big boy. It says like there's some big nerfs coming out for the game very shortly though, which is kind of sucky, but it is what it is, right? There we go. Supposed to come to Xbox? Yeah, that was weird too. Like, cause it's so weird that Xbox is the one that was excluded. It's like everyone else is releasing everything for Game Pass on Xbox, and yet this game didn't make it. Seems really strange to me, man. Thank you very much, Herc. Good to see you again. Been a long time, pal. Hey? It's been a whole 8 seconds. My god. I hate nerfing with PvE. See, that's the thing. Like, is it really necessary? Like, are we getting that much advantage? Alright, so I only got 1 of the blues there. I did get 3 greens, though, so I could manipulate that, I suppose, and just level them up instead. I only hit 35 today, so I'm just farming all the content that I can for my 3 main characters at this stage. I'm kind of holding off as many characters as I can from putting stuff in now, because if these nerfs are inbound, like, I don't want to be caught now going too far balls deep on shit that's just going to get nerfed possibly in the next, you know, 2 to 3 weeks even. Because that would be super disappointing. Especially because I think Diluc is definitely going to be one of the ones eating the nerf, because his damage output is just insane. And I haven't even got him optimized for gear yet. Like, I'm nowhere near optimized for gear on that lad. But yeah, I actually ran out of Mora for the first time today. I'm going to have to do some Mora farming, which is obviously the in-game gold currency for this game. So that's going to be a grind on top of a grind. But what are you going to do, eh? What are you going to do? We're actually not needing as many heals as I thought. Plus, being so many fire mobs, I could probably just like... Actually, let's get Venti involved. Venti's definitely getting a nerf too, man. Like, the ability to just do this much damage for this period of time and just continuously stack in like overloads and all that kind of stuff. He's just an incredible support, get in, go boom, and for adventuring as well, man. He's so good. Peon, how are you, buddy? It's been a little while. Your main two's getting nerfed, Diluc and Faishal. Yeah, I've been trying to wean myself off Faishal. So as you can see at the moment, I'm trying to go for more of a traditional kind of MMO setup. I've got a healer on board. So yeah, I'm hoping that Barbara's going to carry me through. I pulled so many Barbara dupes, man. And Faishal as well. I actually finished her Constellation. I got so many dupes, which I was not mad about because both of those characters scale really well in that regard. But yeah, there's some bummers, man, for sure, if they're going to do this. So yeah, we're just going to hope that it's rumors at this stage, but it's definitely seeming more and more legit by the second, right? We're playing the same game again finally. I know, it's been a while. I think we were playing Ark Knights at the same time, but I only dipped my toe in that game. I really wasn't balls deep. And at the same time, like, it's not exactly something we were playing together, you know? It's just we happen to be both playing the same game on our phones at the same time, so... It is what it is, right? Right. How are you finding it, Peon? Who'd you go with on the pools? Did you get lucky? Alright, so we need probably another 3 or 4 of these. I'm gonna have to use some resin, I think. Not that I want to, but we can do a little bit of whaling. Otherwise, it's gonna make the stream a little bit more boring if we're just doing... Well, I guess, you know, that's just kind of showcasing the game what it is at this point. Because very much, if you're not farming for specific materials out there, either in the world or in these different dungeons, ultimately you're just going to be looking for random chests in the world or random events and just doing that. Because obviously there's big gaps in between the quests. You get one at 32, 34, 36 that you can unlock, which I've already done the level 34 one earlier today. That got me a lot of XP towards this, actually. It was about a 30-minute quest chain, all surrounding around Grandmaster Jean, which was pretty cool. Giving a bit more story involved with her. Okay, let's do an AoE on this just to get everyone nice and wet, if you know what I'm saying. As in getting them, you know what I mean. That way they can soak up some more electricity. Get that 1.21 gigawatts right into your sun. Right into you. Great Scott. Hooch, how's your playthroughs going, bro? I think you've been getting distracted with Baldur's Gate. With how many characters did you say you had? 3 so far already? It's always the thing with D&D. Character creation, man. It's so tempting just to sit there and go, another one. Another one. Oh, screw you and your fireball, son. Alright, there's going to be an overkill, but screw it. Come on, get the E. There we go. I can't say, didn't he die? Might as well use this. I'll use this to get his shield down. And then because it's down, might as well rip out some Diluc finally. Look at that, just two-shot the prick once we shift across to Diluc. And again, I haven't even got him optimized yet. He's just such a DPS monster. He doesn't have the utility though, like a lot of characters like Venti or Faisal have, where you can just drop them in and do their thing. And then, yeah, other great characters like Zhang Lang as well. She's obviously incredible with their little chili fire panda of destiny, which I love very much. Let's check the bag space here. So we have, of what I need... which character am I looking at? Ballad. I think you need 7. He doesn't need it, just need to kill things. Yeah, that's it. So I really hope they don't nerf his damage too much, but I've got a feeling that they will. I hope they don't, because like being just a big glass cannony, you know, come in, smash things, and he's so slow too, really. Like, I mean, yes, with constellations, he does get significantly faster with his weapon swing, but in the meantime, you know, he's very easy to work around. So, yeah, I hope they leave him alone. Faisal, look, I mean, yeah. Her, especially at full constellation, is ridiculous in how much damage she can do. Venti with the amount of, like, just push a Q button every couple of minutes and watch the world fall apart is massive as well. But, yeah, I'm really curious to see who else they take down. All right, let's go down here. We want some prosperity, son. Yes, we do. That's right, and I've got Jinqiu? I don't even know how to say this guy's name. So this guy's pretty good, because when you use this, he's got a chance of getting, or 25% chance of getting some of the crafting materials back, which procced quite a bit today when I was doing farm, which was nice. Peon says, liking the game a lot. Finally got Venti. Congrats, man. Playing on that account. Yeah, Venti is solid. Who are you running with your Venti at the moment? Diligence. We don't need to make diligence. I was about to say, whoa, I got 41 of these things, but it's not for the character I need it on. Alright, so let's bring this up to number 5 now as well. Now, I don't think I've got the ability to farm any of the nectars, but what I could do is stack enough of these so that I can get all these to 6 tomorrow. That should be fine. Here, look at that. Run out of Mora completely. It feels bad. Alright, so that's all at 5. What do I need for 6 here? I need 9. I'm guessing it's going to be 27. Yeah, 3 for 3. Okay, that's not bad. Actually, I didn't actually check. So what did I get when she shot up to this level? So now she gets when Starward Sword's out, which is her ult. Her crit rate's increased by 15% and energy recharge increased by 15%. So it's weird because it feels like her cooldowns took a lot longer in that particular playthrough. So I'm going to have to mess with her gear as well. She definitely does better through Elemental Mastery than crit rate normally, but her damage output is pretty damn consistent. And then tomorrow when things open up, because I have the legendary weapon on her as well, I want to bring this bad boy up to the next level. But need to be able to farm some of these suckers, which doesn't open again until reset tomorrow. But then once it does, oh my god, she's going to be massive. Keqing, nice. Chongyun, Venti, Faisal, Barbara. Yeah, there's nothing, absolutely nothing wrong with Keqing as well, man. She is amazing. I really, really like her. She does great. Alright, so we're going to go back and farm 27 of these things. Oh my god, that's a lot. Let me just check to see if I can get any of the flower petals. Yeah, I went on a farming run earlier today, so I had a feeling that was going to be the case. Oh my god, okay. Let's go do some more of that then. And then, yeah, I'll probably do some random treasure hunting after that. Where am I actually going? Let's just go into the talents tree and shortcut it out from there, shall we? Level up. Altar of Flames, that's the one. Yeah, actually, if I hadn't known I would have had some extra time to stream, I wouldn't have done the Wolf Boss when I dinged 35. I actually ended up getting pretty lucky, and I got a legendary item, but unfortunately it sucks. So check this out. It did not roll the way I wanted it to whatsoever. So I ended up getting this. No, what did I get from him today? I got... No, it wasn't that one either. No, it was this one. So, actually, Noblesse. Let me take it back. This is the one that I got from finishing the Geo quest. There is this one here, which I got today from... That's the one I got from the Wolf Boss. Actually, this is the one that is very good. That's right. And I just put that on Diluc, which is why he was just hitting like a truck just now. And then I need to level up these two, but I ran out. So I got this drop earlier, and I got... I swear to God, there's a fourth one that I had floating around somewhere. Could be wrong. Obviously am. Yeah. So no, it was a good day today, actually. Went from no legendary artifacts to 3, which is pretty rad. Let's call it a win, folks. Let's just call it a win. Okay. 10 or 20, so now we need to use some resin. Or might as well just put 2 straight out there. So that we have to worry about running out for a little while. So tell me, guys, what's your favorite things about this game? Who's your favorite character? Why do you love them? I'd love to hear more about people's experiences in this game. Because, like, we're all got slightly different playstyles right now because of the gotcha component, right? I think very few people are playing the character that, let's say, they want to play. They're just doing it based on what they pulled, yeah? Hooch, definitely, man. Like, I would not level any of the blue artifacts whatsoever, the 3 stars. I'd wait until you get into your 4 stars. After that, it's a little bit like mods in Galaxy of Heroes. I don't know if you ever played that, Hooch, but the idea is what's going to happen for you is that at different levels, like level 4, 8, 12, 16, or even 20, if you've got a legendary item, you're going to get like another stat reroll. And when that happens, basically, you can have an item that looks really good at the start, turn out to be quite shit. And then on the opposite, you can actually have an item that looked relatively average become, you know, amazing. So... yeah, it's hard to know which ones to level sometimes until you get going. And then there's the farmable sets as well. So I'll talk to you a bit about that. Remind me after I finish this dungeon, Hooch. And I'll talk to you about like some of the farmable sets for different characters. Like, for this character I'm playing right now, Keishing, for example, she has a wonderful farmable set. Over on the eastern part of the map. Come here. You know it's bad when Barbara kills you. That's when you get, they basically shamed. It's the equivalent of like knifing someone in Counter-Strike. If Barbara kills you, it's like ultimate shame, bro. Ultimate shame. I'm gonna gear her as DPS for lols, I reckon. I was gonna say stay out of that, Chew. What are you doing? The Twin and Noelle, who are you playing currently? So Noelle, unfortunately, is relatively average. If you did get reasonable dupes, though, and you get stacks of massive defense on her, she can become a reasonable healer. And later on, you might have to use her anyway, just because of the way that the game can evolve a little bit later on, that you're going to need 2 healers when you get into the Abyss. Everyone's going to have Barbara at level 20, of course, because of the event that's on at the moment. Let's just go and wreck shit with Diluc, shall we? And just go for lols, just go swinging. Douche, 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 douche. Eat that, mate. Eat that, mate. So yeah. I think Noelle's certainly got her uses. I don't think she's the greatest character in the game. She certainly has some weird scaling. But in saying that, she fits a really interesting purpose. Because you're going to get a lot of gear that rolls really badly, right? You're going to go, I want attack bonus. Then it goes, how about no Scott? How about we give you a shitload of defense gear? And then you're like, oh, who am I going to put that on? Well, Noelle actually is pretty good. So Barbara's healing scales off HP. So the more health that she has, the bigger her heals go. And then vice versa. So Hooch, what I was talking about with the farm sets, this is why like it doesn't necessarily matter until later on. You're going to get some lucky pieces as you go. But if you have a look up here, for example, this particular one's going to drop sets for this character. So you're going to be able to do electro damage bonus by 15%, increases damage caused by overloaded electro charge and superconduct by 40%, dude. And then triggering those also decreases the elemental cooldown by 1 second. And that can occur every 0.8 seconds. Like for a character like Keishing, or Kaching as I love to call her, it's incredible, right? And then for Diluc, I'm debating whether Diluc is better as just a physical character anyway. But there is... which dungeon is it? I think it's this one. Yeah, this one. This one's the same for fire characters, right? So there's different sets, but this is the one, yeah. So pyro damage by 15%, and then basically everything we talked about over there, the same here. But check this out, man. This is fucking huge. So increases vaporize and melt damage by 15%. You're like, that's okay. Overload and burning damage by 40%. Massive, massive. But then read this. Using an elemental skill increases 2-piece set effects by 50% for 10 seconds, maximum of 3 stacks, right? So I don't necessarily, know how this would go if it actually like works across the party. I'm assuming it doesn't. But what that should mean though is that it should increase this 15% up by another 7.5. So basically you've got like a passive bonus of like 22.5% to all fire damage ripping out of Diluc. And then if you do something crazy, like if you stack up Diluc with our good buddy Zhang Lang, when you've got her at high constellation, for example. So she has down here, for the duration of Pyronado, all party members also receive a 15% pyro damage. So you kind of have all these little things start to add up after a while if you get the right artifact sets for certain characters, and then you combine that with like characters that are just there to make them even better. Because you just pop her out, throw out the Fire Panda, throw out the Pyronado, then go back to Diluc. You're just going to have 100% uptime on all of his Pyro gear. And that's why it's hard, because I think his two-hand ability is so massive and so powerful. But at the same time, like Elemental Mastery for this guy could be quite good. So Diluc kind of feels like he very naturally has 2 different ways you can build him. Whereas I think Keisheng, she's very much, I think, going to be elemental heavy, because her E and then dash into E really stacks up all that electro damage rather than the physical. So I think you're going to follow your artifacts and your gear. Like if you get gear going one way, you're just going to go that way until you get the optimized shit later on. So to summarize, Hooch, if you get pieces that are really good, and when I say really good at the moment, I mean just follow things like attack. Like, what have I got? Like this piece here. So, actually, this is not the piece that I would normally use on him. Probably Bizarre. No, which one? Oh, no, that's right. You can't get attack on this slot, I'm pretty sure. Oh, you can, yeah. So this is not the best one for him, but it's the best one I have right now. So attack at 14, attack plus 15.7% is a great one to get. The crit rate was really low, and I got a second roll of HP. But all in all, this is good. And then stacking that with 18%. Then we've got, what have I got on him at the moment? Like crit damage and attack. He's got a couple of big attack pieces here. Here we go. This one's got the crit damage at 11, attack damage at 232. I didn't get a percentage roll on attack. So generally you're going to take pieces up that roll really naturally well on attack up here, or for some characters, elemental mastery. And then down here, you're wanting to see things like crit attack is probably the best, or crit chance, and then crit damage is always good. Elemental mastery, for most characters, it does enough. Energy recharge for characters like Barbara, like healers, obviously it's a bit better. But yeah, I do love that at a surface it's very simplistic, but there is a lot of variance and a lot more build flexibility that you can go into down the line. It's pretty cool. I like it. Okay, let's dance. Let me check something super quick before we go into this. Yeah, I'm still learning a lot too, because I'm not one of the guys that was in beta, Hooch. So I mean, I'm just literally trying to pick up as much as I can in a few days. Yeah, maybe some of my opinions are wrong. I'm going to evolve them as we go, of course. But yeah. You're at AR12. AR12 is still in the really fun part where there's like quests everywhere. A lot of the storylines are super fun as well. Because that's the one downside of obviously not being in that section of the game still. Why did that not change character? There we go. Is that, yeah, there's not as much quest, there's not as much story. Because the story was a lot better in some of those quest lines than I thought. Others, it's super cheesy, sure. And that was expected. But in others, man, it's been quite fun. Man, because this character's so good, and this is a little bit of a lower dungeon, it's so easy to just play really badly and just cheese it out, right? Just spam, spam, spam. That'll cost me when I try AR Abyss again later on this week. I'll be like, oh yeah, that's right. I have to actually play with skill. Look at that face wreckage from Diluc though. I wish I had a dungeon that I could actually showcase him a bit better for you guys at the moment. This is all electro, water, cryo benefits. Okay. AR6 Herc. crushing it, bro. But yeah, I think this game probably lends itself to be casual. But what I'm trying to do, like, I haven't really had time or the ability to put out content much for the last, well, months really. But now we're starting in a rhythm. I'd love to do some more content for this game because I am enjoying it so much. So what I'm trying to do, because there's so many great guides out there at the moment, it doesn't feel like I have much to add, to be honest, as of right now. So yeah, I'm just racing. So trying to beat to 42 before we get to that patch 1.1. So that way I'm experiencing it right out of the gate. We can give you guys some great guides. One thing I'm definitely documenting this time is any new oculi, because I had to go back and try and figure out which ones I already had, which ones I didn't. I'm not going to do that again. And I want to save you guys from that same mistake. So yeah, we're going to try and put out a lot of good content once we actually get to that point. But we will see. There's no date at the moment, Herc. Rumors are saying that it could be as early as like a week and a half from now. Others are saying it might not be until late October, early November. The reality is it's all leaked on info at this stage. We have absolutely nothing confirmed at this point. So I wouldn't be going out there and like pooping our britches just yet, but like keep an eye on it. I mean, certainly you guys are on our Discord servers anyway, so I mean, Hebrew especially is across the news for this game. He is soaking up information on this game like crazy. So I think if you guys are on our servers, then you'll be fine. I think we got time, yeah. I mean, the key thing really is that you don't have to be at level 42, right? I mean, just because patch 1.1's coming out that quickly doesn't mean that, like, patch 2.2 is going to come out at that stage. So as a result, you know, we're racing because we want to be first through that content, whereas you guys, you're going to have probably a month or so at that level before it moves on to the next thing, right? Oh, damn, I thought I killed him. So yeah, I wouldn't stress too much about it. The only thing you really need to do is get to level 20 before that patch, because you've seen that that's where most of our like bonus events, like getting a free Barbara, Zhang Lang, all that sort of thing, they're the milestones you want to hit before it's all up. Just make sure you've done that. If you've done that, you're not going to be that far behind, honestly. And by that stage, like, you know, we'll probably be getting bored and just willing to offer carries to you guys anyway. Take you through lower level dungeons, get you what you need. You know, there's a clan system coming at some stage. There's rumors now that we're going to be having a reputation system, so you're going to be able to grind out reputation. We don't know exactly what you're going to be able to grind for, but the details are evolving, so it's looking good. I hope so, Lihuza. Welcome to the stream, bro. Yeah, I'm really hoping that system's good. And even just having like more in-game content where you play with your friends, because at the moment it's a little bit sketch. Yeah, but Hooch, you want more Barbara. Let me show you why I want more Barbara. So I pulled lots and lots and lots and lots of Barbara. Like, I could not, in fact, let me show you something on Discord, Hooch. This is the funniest pull that I had, right? One sec. Okay, so I'm going to put this in the Patreon chat so you can see it, Hooch. Check this out. So this is a pull that I had while I was on a phone call with Hebrew the other day, and I went, what the fuck? Right? Listen to this. Hey, Torpster, how are you, man? Look at that pull that I got, Hooch. So there was 4 4-star pulls in one pull, right? It was Barbara, 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 and a weapon. So it's so dumb. It was so dumb. But check this out, Hooch. When you max her constellation, okay, look at this. When Barbara is not on the field and one of the party falls, automatically revive a character, right? Fully regenerates that character to HP. So what happens is basically she dies, or someone dies, right? And they instantly come back like it never happened, right? Free instant res, free instant maximize heal, and you do that every 15 minutes. She is a really good character to get dupes, man. So yeah, I got literally 1, 2, 3, 4, boom. For her right there on her constellation. So that was pretty lucky. I've actually been really lucky. I haven't whaled out stupidly bad. Obviously I've whaled, but compared to other games I've played, this is quite mild for me. So I mean, I've got Diluc, I've got Venti, I've got Keishing, and I've got Max Barbara, Max Faisal as well. When you get to her max constellation, this is stupid as well. Who was asking me the question? Torpster, how are you, buddy? So please do not do what I'm doing right now. She is just literally using the weapon that I had the most refined, which is a DPS weapon right now. So this weapon basically is all about attack. So I'm using her much more offensively. I do have an alternate item I'm going to throw on her very soon. But her normal and charged attacks have a 50% chance to fire a bolt of perception, which deals 300% attack as damage. So she's not too bad. What's the suggestion, Torpster? Yeah, she's HP based. So that's not the weapon you want to keep on her, man. It increases your main DPS and stuff from Barbara to main DPS by 50%. Are you talking about the one from the vendor? Because I've already got that in the wings, my bro. That's one I'm going to swap out to a DPS character in a little while. Legit plays. How are you, man? Welcome to the stream, my brother. And sorry, Dante, I forgot earlier that you threw out a follow. Can I help you out? Depends on what it is you're asking, legit. If it's for something I may know about the game, more than happy to help. 3-star book. You have Diluc, Faisal, Mona, Venti, Barbara, Zhangling. Who should I use? I mean, I know everyone says this, but honestly, dude, go with who you want to, you know, who is fun for you. But honestly, you've got great characters there. Diluc is incredible. Faisal is one of the best supports in the game. Venti is one of the best supports in the game. Barbara is one of the best healers in the game. Only sort of tacked out by Chi-Chi. So I would say for me, yeah, probably Diluc, Faisal, Venti, Barbara. That's actually almost what I'm using now. Or I sub in and sub out. But Zhanglang and Diluc can be a good stack as well. It depends on like who you got the most dupes on as well. Like seeing that list that you've got there, legit, there's a lot of... you've obviously spent a little bit of cash, as have I. So see which characters you've got double ups on. Because like some of them, like they might be just as good, but if you've got really deep constellations on some characters, like their ability to roll out DPS is huge. You haven't? You got all those on free-to-play pools? You've got Venti, though. Venti's only in the bonus banner, isn't he? Not a dime, I only have dupes on Barbara. Okay, if that's the case, yeah, Diluc is just stupidly good with absolutely no dupes, for sure. Yeah, and those Barbara dupes for free were nice for the event. Dig it. You get Diluc on your first pull, you son of a bitch. I mean, congrats for you, but the rest of us are going, you mother... Absolutely. That's really lucky, man. I'm really happy for you. Yeah. You got Mona on your fourth? Mona, I'm not a huge Mona fan. I mean, she's certainly a good character, but it's not my cup of tea. I didn't realize that Venti was in the normal banner, though. I thought he was only in the special banner. That's what I get for not checking, eh? What am I doing? Too busy trying to read chat while I'm playing at the same time. Hey Hammett, how are you, man? If you run Zhang, Faisal, Diluc, and Barbara, should I run Faisal as Elemental Mastery character for activating a reaction with Stringless? That or Zhang, yeah. I mean, both pretty good. Zhang, Faisal, Diluc, Barbara. Yeah, I'd say definitely Faisal, because she's going to have way more uptime the other way around, dude. Legit says hoping for Chi-Chi. Bro, aren't we all? I need a second healer badly. I reckon if I had a second healer, I could get almost all the way through the Abyss relatively well. But, yeah, outside of that, man. And yeah, Stringless is a good weapon. At the moment, I've got mine on Venti, purely because I'm trying not to use Faisal as much at the moment. Don't get me wrong, she's amazing. But, yeah, it's going to be rough because we're going to get nerf bats to probably Venti and Faisal. So both the bow characters are going to take a hit. But the fact you can swing weapons between the two is pretty good. Zhang-Chi is sleeper healer. Yeah. I just don't know if I want to bring him up. That's the only issue. Mona isn't that good, but she's the best looking one. And sometimes that's more important, right? Hemet. So I haven't had another go since I was level 30. But at level 30, I think I got to 5. Wait, wrong part. Where did I get to? Can I see from here? That league was proven wrong about the nerfs. That would make me happy because it's way too early. Way too early, and it's PvE. Do we really have to nerf characters? Not as good as Barb, yeah. My 2 teams at the moment, so they're not full teams, man. Usually it's Barbara plus either. So at the moment I'm stacking Keishing. Let me just show you. My 2 teams operate on 2 teams of 3 at the moment, basically. So I usually run Diluc with Faisal. Enough said. The other team is Keishing with Zhang Lang, because that way I'm constantly running the fire and electricity combos. And then Barbara, I'll generally run one, then the other, one, then the other. So I don't have that good second healer at the moment. So yeah, I don't really have that much. And I'm not keeping everyone at max level either. So yes, I have with Diluc. I am with Keishing. I am with Venti. The rest at the moment, I'm kind of in a holding pattern. I haven't brought them up from level 40, but I need to. In above team, I can run Venti at world rank 4. Like I need a healer anymore. Yeah, for most of the content, you won't. I mean, there's going to be some things that you will, for sure. What was my Dolix attack? Not that good. 1680. I've got better artifacts. I just need to sub them out. I was doing farming. So his needs to go up. Because, yeah, I haven't finished his artifacts off. I haven't subbed in the right sets yet, but it's coming. Because, yeah, I just pulled I think the final Gladiators piece is floating around here somewhere. So I do have a 4-set Glad for him now. Where is that? Anyway, yeah, I'm doing all that tomorrow. Right now, I'm just finishing off the farm for my girl here. How's she sitting? What do I need? 27 of these things. It's annoying to chest farm. Yeah, it is a bit like that. Already at 7. How many of the base ones have we got, though? Dude, I love her a lot, Torpster. She's incredible, man. I think in a lot of ways, she's a lot more survivable than Diluc. Obviously, she's much more dash in, dash out. She's much more elemental mastery heavy because she's obviously stacking her E. When you teleport to it, it does all your damage as shock rather than standard attacks, which is wonderful. But the fact she can dash in and out, she's invulnerable on her Q, which is, you know, got really, really high uptime. Like, it's always firing. It's just really good. So, yeah. And she just gets better and better as she gets dupes as well, which I haven't got any of, unfortunately. Prosperity. We want to get engine Q. 4. Okay, so this is going to be miles away to finish off this. Let's have a look. This is the joy of targeted farming later on, ladies and gents. Okay, so let's go to talents. So now we have, how many? 11. We need another, what did I say? 16. Oof, that feels rough. No, it's this one down here, isn't it? Taishan Mansion, yes sir. Diluc is literally God if you get all of his constellations. Oh my god, man. I wish I could just constantly pull that guy. You're exactly right. His constellations are stupid. Even his first 3 are just crazy. Overload scales with damage. Yeah, it's pretty good. Legit plays. Thanks for the follow a little while ago, mate. Much appreciated. With level, we knew what you meant, brother. Oh, why is Barbara so dead? I mean, I know she's level 40, so she probably got hit once, and that's all it took. The joys, man. The joys. Okay. Okay, actually what I could do in here is probably run Faisal because she's going to give me way better uptime on electricity attacks. In between when I have my E off cooldown or my Q down. Stay away from the explosion. Alright, Venti's up, so we're going to throw his Q. Hope they add an item so once a month you can get a constellation. Well, I think we do kind of have a store where, like, eventually the character that you want, you will be able to targetedly farm, you know, a particular character's constellation, but only probably once or twice maximum, I'd say. And that's in that shop that we've already seen, right? Come here. Boom, goes dynamite. Alright, come here, Jack. So, wait. Alright. Let me just go to this real fast. Okay, one sec. Alright, cool. If they do that, people are going to whale more? I'd say so. Yeah. I mean, it makes it nice and easy to whale if you're able to do that every month. Because what is it? Like, at the moment, if we go to the... Actually, let me get the items first, then I'll show you. If they do that, max constellations do look facial eventy. I mean, it's going to be expensive if they do it, let's be real. But, yeah, if there was a way to target whale things, people are going to do that rather than random roll. 100%. So I know that she's going to be finished for quite a while, this character. And then tomorrow, so many dungeons are up that I need, man. Need it up for Diluc, getting his talents up, getting his weapon up. Crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Okay. Yeah, let's just sub in, because we're not taking that much damage, really. Let's just bring in a Farshal. I've left her at level 40. I know she scales well. I 100% understand that, dudes. But, yeah, really enjoying it. Just by being able to just phone it in and just get the backup heals with Barbara sometimes. But you can just sub her in and out as well. But there's some dungeons where getting that guaranteed resurrect when you've got max dupes of her. So good, man. So damn good. Yeah, exactly right, Hammett. I hope I'm saying that right too, dude. Is that, yeah, being able to get your favorite character up to where you want them to be would be huge. Alright, this feels much better already. The fact that I didn't realize I had him so low. I just ate that explosion. Bang, 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 bang. Alright, come a little closer to my little birdie friend, eh? You killed my bird. I want my bird. Hey, Chipper, how are you, man? What type of game is this? This, my friend, is part gacha game, part MMO, part treasure hunter, if you will. It's very different in the sense that it's not as straightforward linear MMO, that a lot of your progression later on is scaled behind random exploration and like treasure hunting for chests. It's interesting. It's quite unique in that sense. I didn't realize how much damage I'd actually eaten. Too much looking at the wrong screen, eh? Oh, get out of that. Feels like Zelda when I've seen 30 seconds of it. So yeah, it is. It's much more of a... I think a more playable Zelda in a lot of ways. That's controversial because I know people love the crap out of Zelda, but I think this is more accessible in a lot of ways. Like, one, obviously you can play it on just about any platform, of course. But even above that, the fact that, you know, you've got so much to do at lower levels, there's a lot more that's intuitive to you as well. Like, I think Breath of the Wild stacks so much on that whole... You know, you have to collect every little seed and they're always really obscure and all that sort of thing can sometimes put some people off. Like, it can feel too oppressive to jump into. With this, you can kind of keep chipping away at it. Do a little bit here, do a little bit there. If you want to be a casual gamer for this, even though it's a multiplayer game, At its core, you absolutely can. So, yeah, there's some cool stuff, man. I thought I set this to auto. I did. Chicken monkeys. Actually needs Genshin. For later. But you know, it's very Breath of the Wild inspired. In fact, I think they came out right and said that as part of their design philosophy was just like, well, everyone loved Breath of the Wild. We love Breath of the Wild. Let's design, you know, a multiplayer gotcha MMO-ish based on that. I don't know if you can really call this an MMO. Would you guys call it an MMO? A massive multiplayer online? I guess it is-ish. Alright, I'm going to do one more round of resin because I'm nearly out after that. Then you have to do it the old-fashioned way. You just call it an RPG? I think for now that's probably fair. When they open it up so that we get like the 8-player dungeons, would you call it something different there? MMO Light, that's not a bad way of putting it. Here he is. The Hebrew Hammer himself. What's going on, bud? So Hebrew Hammer, for those of you that are new, he is also with me in Alternate Reality on YouTube. If you're watching this on Twitch, make sure you go on over and like and subscribe at Alternate Reality there as well. A co-op dungeon delver. It's MMO adjacent. Yeah. I'd accept all the above. Brrr, that's what I like to call overkill. Actually, I gotta get out of there because everything's gonna blow up. Okay, there's out of that, so we're going to smash you with Diluc. Not like an ARPG. I mean, it's definitely got the button mash qualities of an ARPG, right? I tell you what, man, if they had this game as like a 3D, you know, isometric third party, like a Diablo style game, I'd still play the shit out of it. Man, there we go. First and foremost to be RPG, everything else is bonus they'll add as time goes on. Hebrew, why don't I come to your world, man? Let me farm all your resources. How does that sound? Chipper, do you play as different characters? So yeah, in multiplayer you're only going to be as one, but yeah, ultimately you can have 4 different characters at any different time. So I've got these 4 at the moment. So I've got a two-handed weapon DPS monster in Diluc. I've got Venti, who is a support extraordinaire and the best exploratory character in the game because he's the only character that can throw himself up in the air like this before you do your Breath of the Wild style gliding. Then there's Keishing, who is probably my favorite character at the moment, and then Faisal, who is easily the best support in the game. Maybe tied with Venti, actually. I think they're both wonderful in different ways. You know, more consistent DPS with Faisal, and Venti, when his Q goes off and partnered in with someone like Diluc or Keishing, bro, it is over. The amount of damage output that those dudes have together is just monstrous. So yeah, you just go through the characters that you have. You can swap them in and out based on what you need at the time. So I'm not running a healer right now, but I certainly could as my 4th character. You know, drop onto the heal character, throw down a heal over time, then go back to what I was doing. Probably the only character that I want right now that I don't have is Jean. I think if I had cash, I would definitely, I'd definitely spend on some Jean pulls. But for now, I'm just going to hold until the next banner, I think, because I pulled pretty damn well with what I did spend. 60 to 70 rerolls. Man, I did not have the patience for rerolls this time. I did zero rerolls. My first time in a long time. Normally I do get pretty lucky in these games with not having to reroll, which pisses off Hebrew Hammer a lot. But this game, yeah, I definitely had a very, very bad opener for sure. Okay, get out of the way of that. Get out of the way of that. Get that Q. Now we'll get another Q. Is that you saying yes it does, Hebrew? Nice. Alright, let's get a Q out there. Okay, finish that. Then we get into the last two. Go and drop out our little birdie. Alright, roll out another Q there. When I say Q, I mean the ultimate as well. We'll use her Q as well, since we can. Which for a second there I thought killed that mage, and I was like, wait, what? But yeah, that would have been way too much DPS. Didn't start rerolls until 3 days ago when your main account AR35 got its pity pool and was a weapon. Didn't have any DPS character that could use it. Oh man, I'm sorry to hear. Which weapon did you get? Single hand? Two hand? I'm assuming two hand if you said that. But it does happen. Absolutely does happen, bro. Oh, it was a book? Yeah. Yep. I actually had that happen today. I got a book drop that I have not even close to looked at yet. I'll show you my book in a sec. Moondance, I've been able to download the game and I go to their page, nothing ever loads. You might be able to go through another way around. Oh, Hebrew, you have no idea, man. It looks effing amazing on PC. Something changed today too. Like I reloaded it and ran it as administrator just because I had to do that to load it into this stream mic. And I don't know what changed. I don't know what happened, but it actually looks better now than it did like 12 hours ago when I was playing before work. So I don't know what's doing, man, but it looks sexual today. The soundtrack is pretty great, Torpster. You're 100% correct there, my man. It is real good. Real good. What am I doing? I'm checking for talents. That's what I'm doing. I mean, when I say checking for talents, I'm not meaning it as a sexual thing. I'm not just ogling this young lady. As stunning as she actually is. All right, let's go and upgrade what I've got, see what the lay of the land is. And then I think it's probably going to be free-to-play exploring time. Because, yeah, I don't want to waste all my resin on farming just this. But I'm telling you, Hebrew, you have to invest in a PC, man. You've been this little Mac bitch for way too long now. You need to come and join the master race. Play games as God intended, bro. I reckon they might be messing around a bit, Hebrew. Either that or there's like a setting that I just didn't have like jammed all the way up that I probably should have. All right, go to Q. Make another 4 of those. So how close do we get with our farm today, boys? Let's see. Torpster, the best Genshin streamer I've found all the time. Oh, Torpster, thanks very much, man. That's much appreciated. I'm literally like way new to this game, so I don't claim to be the expert as yet. But I am loving it. I'm learning as fast as I possibly can. By the time 1.1 drops around, I'm hoping we can drop some mad knowledge. But for now, man, I'd love, yeah, you hanging out. So thanks very much for the follow, Torpster. Much appreciated, my dude. Hooch, why am I not surprised that Hebrew is a Macbish? Because you've heard the words out of his mouth. I mean, A, he didn't know what the fuck Top Gun was, so he's already dead to us. Commander 54, how are you, man? You sent me a friend request. I'll check it as soon as I get off the stream, man. I didn't want to reveal anyone's personal details, so I tend not to look at friend requests. But, dude, I'm glad you're enjoying the game. It's a hell of a lot of fun, dude. How many times am I going to say dude in this stream? I need to stop. I need a dude intervention, Hooch. You need to help me. And I'm still pondering your query as well. I'm still running things through my brain hole. Enjoying the stream? I'm glad to hear, Commander. All right, what was it doing? Talents, that's right. I feel like I have ADD some days. I swear to God. So I need another 8. Okay, and then a metric shit ton of these from Whopper Flowers. They'll passively come, I think. So what I might do... So that's great. So make sure if you want to as well, head on over to our Discord, discord.me/ANR. If either Hooch or Hebrew want to throw that into the chat with a link, That'd be pretty good. Just because, yeah, if you want to find someone in the community to play with and like share each other's resources, we're trying to make that happen over there. We have a specific opt-in channel just for Genshin Impact. So if you don't want to see all us spamming or talking about Star Wars Squadrons or what we're doing in other games right now, you don't have to. You can just be there for the friend requests. I know the Among Us channel, people are just hitting each other up hard for games right now, but Genshin's going pretty well as well. Okay, what am I going to do? I feel like I want to get this farm finished for her today, because obviously I'm going to have to wait another 2 or 3 days if I don't. So as boring as it is, guys, let me finish this farm for her, and then fully open to requests if there's something that you guys want to see. Taishan. Exile Crash and Burn, how are you, man? Welcome to the stream. Hooch, can you get that on a Mac? Yeah, if he downloads that, it'll explode. Commander, I need to work on bots. I'm as amateur as a streamer as it gets, my man. We're going to try and hook in some bots and do an overhaul to my Twitch real soon. Twitch we were kind of doing as a necessary evil for a game that I used to play, Marvel Strike Force. I wasn't doing it because we were trying to build it or anything, but because it's going to link in with our podcast now, we want to do a bit more of it. So I apologize that bot is not set up for you. Yeah, I need to get better. Exile, this is a funny look at Marvel Strike Force. How dare you mention those words here? Your words have no power here. I don't know why that was more Optimus Prime than it was Gandalf. It was a bad impression. It's definitely not one of my best. I feel bad. I feel bad. But yeah, Hooch, you make a good point. I didn't realize that Max could actually run like Discord and something else at the same time, right? Oh, God. I mean, that's the real console war. Let's be real here. There is no fucking Xbox versus PC. It's Master Race versus Mac and Douche.
Think you can get away?
I do think I can get away. Alright, need to get out of there before the explosions start. Okay, we're the last two. We need a birdie. That ult's in the wrong spot. Unless you want a Photoshop. Yeah, I gotta admit, their inbuilt cinematography and photo software is pretty good. Wait, right, you back and hungry again? I thought you were eating before, or was that the other guy? That was actually, I think Lucifer was eating. Which is a great sentence out of context. Yeah, I remember when Lucifer was here, we're having like a food party. I have to put Barbara back in if I'm going to keep farming this lazily. Do you know what? Let's get overkill. Oh, boosh. I love that combo. Venti into Diluc. Ugh, what lives? SoCal DC. Brother, I really appreciate the fact that you saved me a seat. It means a lot to me in my feels. But let me say this very confidently. I'm never coming back. I do not miss anything about that game at all. I really don't. Actually, let me take that back. I don't miss anything about the game, but I do miss that community. It was a very, very passionate community. 99% of the time, that was a great thing. 1% of the time, you know, you're dealing with the 1% of people that are in any game that are giant dickholes. But for the most part, man, it was a hell of a ride. We had so much fun. It allowed us to kind of figure out our shit with podcasts and, you know, what we want to do, so... Hooch, Lucifer was eating. You see why I'm so far in Abyss? Because of that combo? Well, the funny thing is, mate, most of the time I don't run that combo. It's mainly just Faisal and Diluc doing all that. Oh, Hooch, yeah, the guys were telling me in the earlier stream exactly that. Yeah, Foxnex pulled a full Foxnex. They went full Fox. That was easy. "2020 is the Republican idea." I don't know if we can blame on one particular political party in one country the just absolute anus that 2020 is for all of us. It's such a rough year. And the funny thing is, though, there's one community of people that we knew would just survive and thrive in this time. And it's us, folks. It's the nerd. It's time to shine. What's that you say? I have to stay at home? Oh, if I have to, I guess I can. What's that? There's a new console coming out this year. Oh, 2020. Gosh darn, what a hard year. Just built for it, bro. And then if it evolves into a zombie apocalypse, I mean, is there really a group better prepared than us? Maybe not for cardio. You know what I mean? Exiled. Am I surprised that Fox Next went full Fox Next? No. See, Fox Next is one of those words in a couple of years that you're not going to be able to say. Because, like, you know, R word was one that was banned. And then I think, like, Fox Next, because you're using it in a similar vein, you're not going to be able to say that soon. Because if you say someone's, like, gone full Fox Next, or you're a real Fox Next, people are going to be like, whoa, whoa, man, you can't say that. And has there been a company that deserves as much shit as those guys too? Like, with how predatory they are? What is a Fox Next? Bro, don't even worry about it. They're a very predatory mobile company that got a Marvel license for a game and have just treated their player base like absolute crap. And they have released... Someone did the math the other day. They've released 48 characters since the game's release, and just over 50% of them came with almost game-breaking bugs. Not to mention every update that loads introduces more and more coding errors. They're a gaming company that doesn't know how to code. So they used to have a company when they first had the game start, which was Niantic, who made the Pokemon Go infrastructure. So they knew what they were doing. The problem is, these guys did not know what they were doing, and then now the game's basically running on fumes. And eventually it's just going to break in a way that I don't think they're going to be able to fix. But it is what it is. So yeah, I couldn't recommend any game that Fox Next has made. Just the people that we had. I'm sure people behind the scenes are wonderful people. The actual coders, the actual people that designed the game are probably fine. But the front desk people, the CMs, the finance people, they're all just, yeah, very, very anti-gamer, making money people. Can't we blame Scopely now? Not really, because like Scopely doesn't necessarily do all that stuff. I mean, a lot of the Scopely games are usually relatively slick. They don't have this many bugs, and when they do, they're actually overly generous. Like, for what you get afterwards, is pretty good. Whereas, you know, Fox Next has always been, yeah, we're going to screw up. You guys are going to deal with it, and you're going to get nothing for your time. Most of the time. Oh, did they Moon Dancer? I enjoyed that game when it first came out, but it became, you could not progress. It was so whaley. Because, like, that chess system they had in Looney Tunes, the mobile game, is that, like, you'd spend 20 hours farming a chest, and just as it was about to open, some whale asshole would steal it. And you've literally lost an entire day worth of progression. So that feels bad. And that sucks that of all the lessons that Scopely took out of Marvel Strike Force acquisition was that. In that case, I'm going to extend my definition to Scopely being bad people as well. I heard that about Fleet Command Exiled, yeah. So I'm really enjoying some time away from mobile phone games is the summary of this story, right? Way right, aren't we all? I mean, it all depends, like, we're all assholes on certain topics. I am when it comes to companies who try and prey on people through gambling, and that's ultimately what this loot box crap is, right? I'd be more than happy for loot boxes to just die a fiery death and just be removed from video games forever. That would be the shiznit. I swear to God, with the temperature in this room, my wife definitely turned off the air conditioning before she went to bed. God damn it. Sweating up a storm. It's got nothing to do with the fact that I'm morbidly obese. Nothing at all. Genshin is mobile, but I mean, I'm giving them a pass because it's not built for the same thing. Morgan! What's going on, buddy? When was the last time we got to chat on a stream proper? I guess a little bit during Baldur's Gate the other day. What's going on, Muggins? You hit 20? Grats, man. Got that free dupe. What's the 20? It was Zhang Lang or Barbara? I can't remember. Barbara, right? And then it's Zhang Lang you have to get into... Is it 3 in Abyss? I've already forgotten. Yeah, I think you're right. Moon Dancer is your only progression through Gacha? No, you can progress in this game with free-to-play characters. Do you have to play better because of it? You damn straight, son. Can you just face roll like a moron like me when you get good characters like Diluc? Sure can. So yeah, this game, I have to admit, because there is a skill component, of course if you get the big 5-star characters that are just stat machines, you're going to fly through content faster, but you don't need to, and that's the beautiful thing. That's a very beautiful thing, I say. You what now? See, I swear to God, Venti gets my Kashin killed more often than not, because in all those things exploding, I'm just standing there going, hit everything that can't touch me, and all the fire things just blow up. The reroll time's a little bit longer than average, but not the worst I've seen. Did you get Diluc, Muggins? He is so good. He is monstrous. Oh, hell no. You got no 5 stars? You will soon, though. Or did you get a weapon on your pity? Have you had your pity yet? Has the game taken pity on you, you pathetic mortal? It will soon. How many rolls have you had? What are you now? Level 20. Level 20 and no pity? It'll be soon, yeah. You're at 50... Isn't it at 100 pulls, right? Man, it'd want to, Lihu, just in case I triggered mine last one today. Oh, that's what I was going to show you what I got, wasn't I? So I got, and I haven't touched it because I've got nothing in gold right now. But the weapon that dropped today on my final pity for this patch is this book, which I really haven't looked at. So it's base and it's crit. So it's not good for her, but it's going to be good for a mage. Increases movement speed by 10%. I think feels good for farming, right? Being able to just run around. But when in battle, gain an 8% elemental damage bonus, stacking 4 times. Actually, it's pretty good, isn't it? I don't hate that at all. That is actually pretty good. I like it. Actually, I've got a refinement here. When did this happen? Where does it go from? 80% chance for the small particles. Cooldown to 9 seconds. Dude, that one's actually getting pretty good too. If you pull 83, for example, on Venti and 1.1 drops, you didn't get the pity. Pity will carry over. I mean, that feels pretty self-explanatory. If it didn't do that, I think you're going to piss off a lot of people that were playing now. I don't think I've got any other dupes. I should probably do a quick weapons check, I suppose. Nothing in there. The flute. When did that drop? Normal or charge attacks gain a harmonic. Gaining 5 harmonic triggers the power of music and deals 100% attack damage to surrounding enemies. Harmonics last 30 seconds? Dude. 30 seconds of just pure AoE around you? How is that not OP as fuck? And attack bonus at 9%? Shit. That's really good. I don't mind that at all. Chiba, do I hate it when you bring up MSF? Not at all. I mean, I have to talk to you guys about it out of respect because obviously, you know, you guys followed me in the first place because of that game. I can't ask you to pretend like it doesn't exist. I can. It'd just be douchey. But yeah, stringless is pretty sweet. What part sketch? Oh, the pity time will drop from 100 to 50? Shit, will it really? Oh man, I really wish that I didn't do anything. Yeah, Chipper, we were talking about that before, actually. We're talking about the MSF debacles. There's so many debacles that it's hard keeping up, right? Yeah, I can't see him bringing a pity down to 50. If they did, that's incredible. They must be reducing something. Like, there has to be another shoe, right? You can't just reduce all that crap and then that's enough. Where was I in the farming process here? Talents. It's all fake? Yeah, you'd have to think so. Where did you see proof that it's 100% fake, Muggins? I need confirmations, bro. Okay, check my bag for the green ones. Where are you? Green books. Green books. 8. So 8 will convert to what? 2. Nope, still need more runs. 90 to 50, 50%. Yeah, no way. We should let the West know the translation was wrong. I gotta admit, the Chinese dudes have been pretty good about letting us know what's coming. They've definitely got our backs in that particular fashion. Some of those graphs that are coming out of the Chinese guys are incredible. Like how all the interactions aren't necessarily as powerful as each other. I thought that was incredible that someone had gone through and actually worked out the very specific statistical differences in each tier of interaction. Really cool. Really, really cool. That's the kind of stuff that now, I think, probably 35 and above, it's the time that I start actually getting very specific with the gear that I farm. So I'm going to hoard for a little while now, just because, yeah, I wasted so much on the wrong stuff earlier. And now I'm out of Mora. But I've got the base of what I need. That's the good news. Brrr. I thought for sure they would have been off cooldown by now. Come to me, Fräulein. Okay, there's Venties. Here we go. Oh, get out of that. That's just explosions everywhere. Look at that. Oh my god. That Venti combo, bro. He's so good. I can kind of see if there was going to be, like, a nerf. Yeah, maybe. The thing is, though, it's a one-trick pony thing. Like, it is literally just every, you know. Who here is an expert on stats? Anyone? Which stat feeds into the interactions? Is it Elemental Mastery? I'm assuming it is for Animo, anyway. Alright, come here. Oh, look at... Actually, it's probably more Shoryuken, isn't it? It's more Ken's Fire Dragon Punch. Elemental Mastery? Sweet. That means that Stringless on Venti is stupid good. Which means I'm not an idiot after all. Chinese market tanked their rating online down to 4.2. Wow, really? Do you know why? What was the reason behind that? Why did they dislike Mihoyo? Or however you say it. You want as much attack as possible on main DPS? Yeah. Yeah. Stacking on Diluc's definitely the strategy. And then having Venti just feed off the back of him. Just, oh. How low the drop rate is on 5 stars? I mean, it's at least on par with most gotcha games. I mean, if anything, it's probably a tad higher. I mean, we come from Marvel Strike Force, where we're talking a 1 in 2,000 chance of getting any 7 red star, of getting the one that you want. The odds on that, dude. Okay, last one then, we're going chest farming. 1 in 2,000 seems hopeful. Yeah, that's to get 1 7 red star in MSF. I think someone did the odds once. It was like to get the specific character that you wanted at 7 red stars on a random roll was some, like, it was well over 1 in 10,000. I think it was significantly higher than that, like maybe 1 in 100k or something. Just absurd. I just realized that Kate Jing is nearly dead. I have to be super careful here. Yeah, and that sounds about right. Muggins for most games of this type. I'm not justifying it all. We all know how much I hate loot boxes, from you guys that know me. Get out of that. That's not what I meant to do. I meant to do this. Try to be a little bit more cautious right now. I'm just waiting for those explosions to go off, because I know I'm just going to eat it. I'm just going to go full-on Claymore douchiness for a sec. I love it. It's so fun. I think it's about 1.5% with the current, what do you call it, bonus banner. Other than that, I think it's around 1, yeah. Or might be like 0.5 or something like that. I think it's about 0.5%, yeah. God damn it. Come here, boy. Alright. Let's go Claymore douche. Oh, I can't. Chipper, for the most part, it's definitely much more of a single-player game right now. But, yeah, it could change in the long run. They're saying that 8-player dungeons will come out, and that's when things will change quite a bit. And that's where, like, people are going to have to pivot pretty hard, because I don't think there's many, like, Barbara healer mains out there right now. Most people are bringing her on as a support character. Maybe Krakens have got enough gold and gear to say, yeah, I'll take her straight up to level 70 or 80. No problems. But for the rest of us plebs, man, it's pretty hard to stay up with it. So 5-star is 0.6, 4-star is 5.1. Yeah, okay. So it is pretty low. But again, like, if the game was not doable unless you had a 5-star, I would say that's really, really terrible. But the fact that this game is a little bit different in that it makes the game easier for you, it doesn't make it impossible if you don't have it. That's very different to most gacha games. And the pity system, like, when you think about it, we have to look at the drop rate as an average, right? So to get a drop at the moment, yeah, if you're rolling one time, it's on that. But if you increase the fact that you're guaranteed 1 over the 100, what is the real drop rate, if we think about it that way? I haven't actually looked at that number. Does anyone know? Yeah, 5-star weapons, I completely agree with that. Like, what you can do with those is just so much better. That's why I really need, like, a good mage character now, because I've got that book. I didn't realize how good that was when I picked it up today. I don't know what I was reading, but it was not that. If you have a few more dupes, yeah, that's very true. Like, if you can get that on a high constellation character, dude. Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what you get. I hope you get something really good on your Paul Muggins. When are you thinking about opening it? Are you going to open it now, or are you going to wait for 1.1? Like, for your pity, if you're counting. 1.1, yeah. There's some really cool looking characters in 1.1. Like that Earth dude, especially. That Geo dude. Haha, Geo dude. He looks really good. Real keen. Uber keen. Sad about Geo. Needs change. What do you mean? As in, most of the Geos at the moment are pretty trash. Oh, you got Faisal? Yeah, man. If you got her, you're gonna be fine. Yeah, you'd have to think that tanks are gonna kick in at some point, right? For characters like Ning Wang. But yeah, Lihu, I agree completely, man. That new guy looks awesome. Well, you meet him in the story later on too. Actually, both of them you do. Both of the new characters you will meet in the, I think it's the later half of the 20s. I can't remember exactly, actually. Guess that Pokemon. That's Geodude. I don't know, it could be a Wigglytuff. I reckon it was the most underrated Pokemon in the games, not the TV show. Or both. I'm open to either conversation. I mean, Golem was by far my favorite character in the games. He wasn't the most powerful, but especially in the OG, man, he was my favorite. What the hell? I was wondering why that ability wouldn't trigger. It's really strange.
Time for takeoff. Don't put pink. Nowhere to hide.
That'd be pretty interesting if Paimon was the one messing with you the whole time. I'm actually really on board with that storyline, Lihuzo. If they did that, man, they'd earn so much more respect from me. And then the better thing is that, like, once that happens, you don't have to talk to Paimon anymore. Because, like, most of the time, she's either A, irritating, or there's certain parts where she serves a purpose. Like, we talked about this on the podcast this week, that there's one quest that you get at level 20, at AR29, which is hilarious, where she's basically acting like George Takei. Like, where this lady's, like, basically talking about hand jobs. Like, there is no way what she is describing to you is not talking about the act of hand pleasure and how to do it effectively. It's so funny. And she's just sitting there like, oh my. It's, yeah, pretty funny. But the rest of the time, she's annoying. Do you know what? I'm too lazy. I'm just going to go back to Barbara. Finally get to use her as emergency rations. Yes, please.
I'll take care of it.
Oh, there you go. Alright, last one. Finally. Do I watch anime? Look, you know what? Not really. It's one of those things where, like, the comic book and the anime side of me, I didn't really get to flex that muscle much until later years of my life. Just because where I grew up, like, access to that kind of stuff was nearly impossible. I grew up in a country town in Victoria where that sort of stuff was super hard to get. So I never had exposure to it. But, yeah, obviously a lot of that's been changing over the last few years, where I've really got to flex my nerd muscle and, you know, play Dungeons & Dragons for the first time, all the fun shit. Alright, what am I going to do here? Where's Venti's ult at? But, yeah, I've heard good things about Seven Deadly Things. I know that Mike from A&R, he's obsessed with that TV show and, as a result, that game. The pig sounds like Paimon. One of the, I saw a guy on stream the other day that was saying that, like, a few of the voices in this game have been, like, big names in various animes over time. Is that true? I have zero credibility on this particular front. All of them, are they really? That's cool. I was going to say, the voice acting has been surprising. Like, a lot of these ones that I've played, especially in mobile, very centric, you know, anime-style games, they've been really badly voice acted, bro. Hey, Nova, how are you? Game's really fun, man. Game's real fun.
Think you can get away?
Boosh. The mighty Boosh. Yeah, what's the, I haven't seen the stats for a couple of days, but I heard they already made like 60 mil since the game came out. Nova, does the game get repetitive? Think about downloading. I think it depends on how you play it, Nova. I think if you do what I've done, which is spend way too much time when everyone's gone to bed for hours and hours, spamming it like a traditional MMO, you're going to hit points that are going to feel real grindy, real repetitive. However, if you just want to be a casual, like jump in for a couple hours each day, or not even that, like just jump in and out, do your dailies, get in, get out, have some fun, your experience is going to be much better. It's not going to feel repetitive because you won't give it a chance. But I have heard that they've had a crazy amount. Oh, Exiled, I've purely been farming one piece. Sorry, so when you hit each AR rank every 5 levels after 20, basically the world jumps up and that's when you can level your characters. So there's a few different things you can level. So there's the character themselves, their artifacts, their weapons, and their talents. So what I've been doing is farming to try and get talents for her, because certain dungeons are only open on certain days, right? So for example, I need these pieces here, right? And if you see here, the Domain of Mastery for the Altar of Flames. It's only available on Mondays and Thursdays, or I can get it from the Abyss on Sundays only, right? So the reason I'm spamming this particular dungeon over and over is because I wanted to get enough of these so I don't have to worry about this basically for another 5 levels. This is just me trying to farm efficiently. It's not good for trying to advertise the game on stream because it's me doing the same shit over and over again. So normally you would go into your journal, you'd see quests here. I don't have any because obviously they're pretty few and far between later on. But then later on, what ends up happening from your daily commissions is that you get these keys. So you get 4 dailies every day. For every 8 dailies you do, you get another key for these. So at level 32, 34, and 36, you get these story quests, which will focus on one particular character from the game. So I'm looking forward to this one. This is the Venti chapter. So, but then once you've done all the quests, it kind of becomes about collecting all of the oculi is the first sort of task, which is going to get your stamina bar full. You're going to get a lot of different XP. It's going to get you a lot higher. Then you have like the individual little world bosses around the place where you can attack. There's the big wolf guy, which I should have saved for video, but I didn't because I'm an idiot. So you can do him once a week. The end game dungeon right now is over here, which is the Abyss, where you go deeper and deeper and deeper. Eventually, once you get halfway through, you have to split into 2 teams. So you do kind of need 2 functional characters per team. So you need a DPS and a support, and you will need a healer as well. So you can get through that almost all the way to the end just with 6 characters. But 6 characters is still a lot, especially when you start to hit some of those farm walls, which I think I saw it felt like it started pretty deep at around level 30, but level 35 already, I ran out of everything, and I haven't finished most of the leveling up that I need to do. So I was going to go to town real quick and just upgrade those books at the crafting, so I know they're sitting there waiting for me when I get enough of the grasshopper materials. Nova, are they adding new events daily? So we know the big patch they've got coming up, basically once you get to adventure rank 42. So I should differentiate for those new guys here. So you have your character levels, which is gated by the world level, and the world level is dictated by your adventure rank. So your adventure rank goes up as you get more experience. So if you have a look on the escape bar here, we can see our current progression towards the next adventure rank. And every 5 levels after 20, the difficulty of the world will go up. And as the difficulty goes up, the quality of loot drops. So your chances of getting legendaries are non-existent earlier on, and later on they get better and better. I did claim those. Okay, so what's coming up next? Nothing too special. But yeah, it seems like they've got a pretty good pipeline in mind for what they're going to do with this game. So yeah, we'll call it a win. All right, let me just manufacture these real quick, and then we'll just hit the open world and go exploring. So most of your progression later on is just from randomly just going through chest after chest. And then when you've got that resin, always use the resin energy. Keep it below 120. That's goal number 1, really, for later on. Guide to Prosperity, that's the winner. Go up here, change the Jin Q for the bonus. How much is he going to refund me this time? Be a good boy. 1. What a dick. Think I'll follow for the content? Thank you very much, man. Much appreciated. Really appreciate that sub. And look, we haven't been posting much content at the moment. We've been learning about the game. The guys at Alternate Reality, we much prefer knowing what we're talking about before we start doing the video. So we haven't really been doing any guides yet. But when 1.1 comes out, we're going to start. At the moment, so many of the guys from Beta have created just these wonderful guides. It just feels like we'd be doubling up on those dudes' really good work. So if we see any gaps where people haven't quite hit it, we'll definitely put out things for you guys to follow. But yeah, make sure you join the Discord, because if you've got any questions, we're always happy to help, yeah? All right, let's pick a region. Let's go to... Where have I not been for a while? Dinu, I feel like I spent some time. Let's go to the Shankyu Valley. See what's around there. Exactly, Hooch. I don't think he's here, so I think it's a safe time. Actually, I think there's not much here. I think I spent a little bit of time farming here the other day. Oh, we've got some sand shrews. these guys are irritating as fuck. Do you know what? Just have some of this. Play on the PC. Oh yeah, Sand Slash. Well played. You're right. You earn 10 points for your house of choice in Harry Potter for acknowledging me in the Pokemons. You still have won this battle. Actually, these dudes have some stuff that you need for farm as well, so might as well kill this while we're here. Yeah, me too. That's why we sort of partnered up rather than just doing the YouTube by myself. Because, like, my voice is obviously going to be very different to Pika's, going to be very different to Hebrew's, you know? So, yeah, we like to bring other people in. And then, obviously, once we get the right project, I want to bring Shivy in as well. Because, A, he's one of my best friends in the world anyway. And B, dude's smart as hell. And entertaining as fuck. So, yeah, I'd love to get him into doing more stuff with us. I see chesticles. House points for Ravenclaw. Are you a Ravenclaw, Hooch? Actually, you sent me a photo with you that scarf. I have to admit, I just assumed it was Gryffindor, because everyone rolls Gryffindor. Shibu is a great DM. He really is the best, man. He really is the best. I want to bring that D&D podcast back so badly. Adding more people, you say? We'll see. It has to be the right people for the right thing. I mean, the original goal of A&R was to kind of create just a home for content creators because we found it so hard to get started. I mean, we're not big, don't get me wrong. Like, we got 10k subs, man. We're the smallest of fries. There's like, what, less than 20 people watching this right now? Like, by no means do we know what we're doing. But when we get up and running, yeah, we absolutely want to have, if we do get a following, to bring people in that we know are talented as hell and just need a home, you know? Don't want to do their own thing. I like to think we're quality muggins. One of the OGs. I remember coming onto your podcast before we were anything. And then you quit your podcast. Dying to play D&D again? Yeah, the tools for online D&D are getting better and better too, though. Like, it's getting way easier to try and, like, find people online. And then wait till you get to, I reckon, the thing that the internet's probably sleeping on, and someone must be working on this, right, is D&D VR, right? Where you can choose your avatar, you're sitting around the table, you know, you do your proper voice acting and stuff. Dude. BD3 has a GM feature? Does it really? I have no idea. Is there a cost for obtaining the game? This game? No. You just download it, bro. Divinity 2 did? Holy shit. How do I not know this? I played that game for ages. And it's a wonderful game. Both of the Divinities, as a matter of fact, are wonderful games. Oh, not yet, huh? Yeah, I'd be really surprised if it didn't. Do you know, I kind of want to put that weapon on Barbara so I can run 10% faster right now. The devs are really hardcore. Yeah, man, they love D&D. That's why Wizards of the Coast chose them, right? Actually, this should create a chest if we light this on fire. The fact that it didn't... Is there another brazier? Either that or I've already done that. It's probably the more likely scenario. Oh, okay, I know where there's nothing around. Because in this valley, if you guys look down here, see that tower, the orange tower? When you collect all the Geo-Oculus, all the little hidden orange things, when you get all 100 of them, each one of those little pillars unlocks and you go in and fight a massive boss room, which I just recorded on video today, actually. And I've done nothing with it. Oh, hello. Hello there. Actually, why don't we just open with that? Yeah.
Think you can get away?
Did that miss him completely? Because I'm going to be mad if it did. It did. Son of a bitch. Actually, I'd say these guys are probably my least favorite enemies to come up against. Like, they're quite irritating with how many different ways they can hit you while you can't dodge them. Unless you have range. That's a different story, of course. I can't wait to bring up Deluxe talents tomorrow, man. Oof. Excellent. How many can you switch between? At any one time, you've got a squad of 4 that you can bounce between, as you can see on the screen right now. As far as like how many different combinations you can have, this is just the characters that I've unlocked, right? And there's a lot more than that too. So yeah, there's some great choices out there. The Razor on your main account can kill those things before they even attack. Razor is one of those ones that I really love. But yeah, I just haven't had the opportunity or cash to bring up another character right now. I have to kind of stick with what I've got for a while. That's right, yeah, the different combinations on parties. Yeah, we can probably show that in a little while, actually. Is there a chest up here? Feels like there's probably not a chest. That's exactly right. You know what I mean? Like, and Facial as well. Like, adding in a 3rd shock character to Torpster, it just feels like the most waste of time. And double up of materials. What I really need is a Geo character to fall in love with and a Cryo character to fall in love with. Because right now, I don't love most of what I got. Is there any chests at all in Vision? No. I reckon I cleared most of this out today when I finally did that. Let's pick another area. Where did I spend the least amount of time exploring today? If you get your hands on Chongyun. Who have I got? Yeah, I got Chongyun. Tell me why I love Chongyun. Tell me why I should love him. Dude's great. Why? What weapon set is he? I literally have not touched him. Great ice DPS. Boosh. Oh, it's a great weapon character. 2-handed, yeah, okay. Giant AoE for us, cool. So, Carl, do chests respawn daily? I don't know what the real timer is, but some do, some don't. Seems to be the thing at this stage. Oh, he has a continuous frost AoE? That's pretty sexy. Where's he ranked on most tier lists? I swear to God, I haven't seen him. His first constellation is amazing. What does he have? Three ice blades, 50% of cryo to all enemies in a path. Shit, that is actually pretty good. Only A tier. I mean, what you guys are describing sounds at least S. It's actually POG. In which context are you using the word POG right now? What is this Geo Tower? Why haven't I activated it before? Oh, he's S for the 4 stars. Right. Yeah, that's fair. That is fair.
This world is full of unsolved mysteries.
There must be more than one, is there? What did that actually do? It didn't spawn a chest. Okay, because there's more than one. Yeah, there you go. Where's the third one? There's always 3. 5 stars is so much better than the 4s. Yeah. Do you reckon there's any of the 5 stars that are not great, though? Partial of the Earthbenders. The Earthbenders in this game in their current form are pretty boo. Oh, that's just rude. Getting that combo out there. You cheeky witch.
Time for takeoff. Let's play.
Yeah, there is a guy coming out in the next patch that looks insanely good. He's going to be a 5-star as well. So he's going to be pretty hard to get your hands on, but he looks really, really fun, man. I know it's like the least efficient way to kill things, but I love just winding up that weapon and going chop, 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 chop. Hello there, precious chest. So yeah, this random like chest exploration, like just picking a direction and just kind of running, ends up becoming a lot of the end game. So it's kind of like, I think it's like the ultimate game when if you're playing it like this. If you're playing casually, it's very different. Like you're not going to hit this point, right? But for those of us that have, it's like the ultimate put a podcast on in the background and just like listen to stuff, turn your brain off and just run around, kill things, you know? Because everything you kill drops something that one of your characters needs. You may not need it now, you may not know it, but later on, you know, every horn, every this, every that, it all matters. I swear to God, it'd be nice if I saw a chest though. Swear to God. I will say that the gliding drop moves are pretty cool. I mean, not the most damaging things in the game, but super fun to do. I wish they scale based on height, though. Like, so the higher you went, the more just boosh you did when you go back to Earth, like this. This guy's about to have a real bad day. Oh, yeah. Look at that. Not that much damage at all.
Brace yourself. Don't let the sword come down.
Yeah, like those black bronze horns, all that sort of stuff. Like, every character needs something. There's cooking in this game as well, as was obviously very big in Breath of the Wild. Plays a major role here. Let's have a look and see if there's any enemies of the types that I need. I don't think there is going to be around here. If there is going to be a chest anywhere that I missed, it's going to be in a building. But yeah, I think this area I cleaned out pretty hard. Oh, except for that, you know, giant chest in there. Okay, let's just venti this room, because then they're all stuck together. Okay, except for the fact that somehow it went outside. As you do. And now I'm the one that's stuck. Oh no. Get away from the giant man. I'm literally stuck. There we go. Evil, how are you, man? What is the happenings? Welcome to the stream. Tony, how are you, man? So it's possible that it was me. It was possible it was someone else. So yeah, alternate reality, there's 3 of us. So it could have been me. It could have been Hebrew. We've been trying to split the load there. We haven't put out many videos on this game at the moment, but we do intend that to change, especially when 1.1 comes out. And we've got a little bit more of an idea about what we're actually talking about. So stick with us, my man. And we'll try and make it worth your while. What's better, 1 wish or 10? Always 10. For me. I do love that animation with the Phoenix. Just the fact that it knocks them back, like... Basically, it hits them so hard they travel back in time, it all looks like. Come down to my level, my friend. Been doing once. I mean, it doesn't matter. The game's kind of keeping track. But yeah, generally in all these sort of games, you try and pull in 10s where you can. Did that not have been 2 chests? 3 chests. How the fuck did I miss this today? What a dickhead. I mean, even for just the AR, it's brilliant to get 3 quests. Because it's going to be 20, 20, 30, right? Oh, I just opened yet. Hell yeah. That's a good day at the office. That would explain why there was so much shit running at me. They weren't protecting just one of their chests. They were protecting their entire retirement fund. And now, they're dead. 10 pulls a guaranteed 4-star. Now, does that stack, Muggin? Or is it always just the 10 only in the individual? Like, in other words, if you pull 10 and you didn't get one on the first 10, is it just going to guarantee? That's a chest up there, but a small one. But still, we must collect them all. Yeah, what is the story there, Muggins? I thought it followed you. Like, if you were doing single pulls, it still counted. But look, I mean, we've just all been programmed, right? Yeah, I mean, I think you're right. Don't get me wrong. That, yeah, 10 pulls always the way forward, man. You're not tired of your shit. The hell? It's evading everything. It's pretty funny. So a guy that's throwing out arrows at like Legolas level speeds cannot hit one of those little bogs. And a guy swinging a giant sword going, no, hits him no matter what. Seems legit. Oh, I don't know who needs to hear this, but I certainly wish someone told me on my first day or two. When it comes to mining, okay, if you have like just a normal sword or anything like that, it's going to feel like it takes you a year to break open a rock, right? You want to have a guy that has either two-handed weapon or a geo character that you can use a geo ability to break those rocks. Otherwise, it's super irritating. So yeah, use two-handed weapons or geo characters to smash open mining nodes. I know it sounds super obvious, but it's written, I think, nowhere as far as I can tell. Noel's a mining pick? Yeah, for me it was Ning Wang, yeah. Or however you say her name. I like the idea of her kit. She's so close to, like, got, you know, a good character, but just nah. Again, though, I think like almost every character at high level, right? Every character at high constellation is probably going to be effective somewhere. Thanks for the tip. Is that my wife? What? Anytime, Exiled. Oh, boom. I can't wait to upgrade these guys' weapons tomorrow. The farming that I needed for today was not open. So knowing that this guy could have so much better DPS right now makes me so sad.
Think you can get away?
Love how you're thrown in. Oh, look, there's definitely something to be said about that. Like, you're not getting your handheld as much as in a lot of games. But, yeah. Because I had Kashing was like my first pull, so I was running around with her going, on all the rocks. And I was making that noise too. So my wife was like, what are you doing in here? You watching VR porn again? It's like, no.
Wouldn't gliding be faster?
Alright. She's so bad though, I know. Lahu, so far the game really wants me to be an amber guy. Don't be an amber guy. I know earlier in the stream we were saying pretty much any character in this game is viable. Like you can get through to end game content. Maybe I take that back when it comes to amber. Climb a mountain with Lisa Japanese voice? Yeah. That's pretty funny. VR porn? Oh, it was only for science. Dun, 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 dun. I swear to God, every time Lahuza her, I see that, what do you call it? Why can't I think of words? It's because it's after midnight. What's the thing you just posted? Not an emoticon. What do they call it? God damn it. On wishes, just shy of 400 bucks. In saying that, I didn't need to spend like the other 200 because I had everything I had before that. Everything else after that. Emote. I swear to God, every time I see that emote, it reminds me of like fat me before I started growing this beard. Now I'm just fat guy with a beard. The first time I saw it, I was like, damn it, has someone made an emote out of me? I know it's not. But yeah, pretty funny. Fat guy in a little coat. I didn't have a little coat. Maybe I should have had a little coat. Maybe that was the thing that my branding was missing as a fat guy. Needed a fat guy in a little coat. Alright. Oh, there's a quest? Oh, this guy... I swear to God, this guy is always getting the shit kicked out of him every day. Why is that, Muggins? What's she doing? Oh, what is your... I can't remember. I get confused by everyone's kids. Whether they've got boys or girls. Girl. I thought so. Yeah, because Pike has got the little dude. Yeah. Yeah, little one's going through teething pretty hard at the moment. But yeah, this pallid guy in exactly this spot every day is getting his ass kicked by the same group of monsters. It's like, dude, just walk somewhere else. Your son's so deep into Pokemon right now, it's insane. Oh, the latest Switch one, or just Pokemon in general? I think I farmed so much today that I don't actually know, like, what's what. Plus, obviously, I had the thingo upgrade today, the world, so I don't know what respawned and what hasn't after that. It's a weird place. 25 and 22. You didn't tell me, Hooch. What's the podcast about? "2020 is going to be like, I reckon if you looked at the amount of people that started a podcast in 2020, it's going to be like the biggest single year for new podcasts ever. Would have to be. Yeah, fair play. If the kids go onto that effort, man, like, I mean, that's a lot of hours. Got your kid into Avatar? Nice, man. What bender are they? Just a bunch of them talking about different shit. Fair play, man. Oh, the new Pokemon Snap. More and more people have been telling me about that. I haven't actually seen any of the leaks yet. Only just secondhand stuff from Hebrew on the pod. Oh, you haven't shown him yet? Yeah, fair play. See if you can leverage it right throughout to Christmas. Then kill 2 birds, right? He's a shit bender. Isn't that all children? I'll be asked by new games. And what do you say there? Finish it? I think saying that, like, when we were younger, like, our parents would say, like, well, have you finished that one? You're like, yeah. Oh, okay. But now it's just like, there's no such thing as video games that end. Things like God of War and that, sure. There's the occasional single-player experiences, but now it's just like, hey, man, I know that game doesn't finish. Is it to $42? Nice. Yeah, there's nothing around here today. I think what I might do is let's stream tomorrow night. I'll try not to play much until I'm back on stream. And let's see what we can find after the reset. Really appreciate you guys coming out and watching. My first stream back in a very long time. Yeah. If it is your first time watching, if you're on YouTube, hit like and subscribe. If you're on Twitch, obviously make sure you hit a follow. If you are on Twitch, there is a donation bar down below. Of course, we don't expect you guys to pay anything, but if you do want to support myself or the channel, it's always welcomed. Otherwise, until next time, I will have